Hi guys, Petricus here. Today we're going to talk about my color scheme and some of the decals that I use. I've been getting a lot of comments about my color schemes that I use, and people have been asking me to share it. If you're on PC, on Steam, you can easily get my share code. But if you're not on PC, if you're on a console, and I'll try to help you replicate this color scheme. So here's a little rotational view of the AC. So a lot of these decals I've just downloaded from other people's share code I found on Reddit, and I try to just use them as like little warning labels. I look on the AC and try to see where the vents are, where there might be moving pieces that maybe a real robot would have. Obviously, you can't place decals on the core release area. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. If you do Assault Armor, the back end here will open up and has the cooldown core release area. You can't put any decals on that. For the paint color scheme, I opted to just leave all my weapons black. I don't really like when the weapons kind of matchy with your AC. I kind of like them contrasted so that they look definitely not part of your AC. I guess, you know, if you're doing like let's say like a Freedom Gundam build, and you use one of the back weapons to recreate the wings, you want to color them to give that visual effects, but that's not what I was going for here. I think the most important part with customizing the colors of your AC is try to keep good color separation. And that's something that I think I have a little bit of experience with from building Gundam models, just seeing how Bandai designs their model kits and how they try to keep the color separations to differentiate the pieces. One of the big things is to make sure you utilize the fact that each frame part can be colored differently. You don't have to use the same color palette for every single frame part. I did use the same color palettes for most of my pieces. They're placed in different positions for the different parts, just so that you can create a little better visual effects of the color separations. But here are the actual color codes for the people who are not able to utilize the share code. And here are some of the decals that I used. These white strips are just stretched and to form the shape that they're in. So you can do it however you like. The left and right arms are just mirrored. It was kind of tricky trying to get the arms mirrored to line up, and I don't think they're perfect, but I try to do as much as mirroring as much as I can. I've used the most decals on the legs just because there's a lot of white space and you want to try to give it a little bit of visual flair so that it's not just blank spaces that you're looking at it. These little red and white striped things that somebody created really helpful in creating those visual effects. To give it a flair to the empty spaces. And here's the share code. This is my regular build that I use for S-ranking most of the missions, and it's my favorite build for just general gameplay. PvE, of course. It's what I have the most fun with. Here are the decals that I've downloaded. Found them all on Reddit. There's a Reddit thread that you can find all these decals and their share codes. It might be too tricky to show you all the share codes because there's so many of them, but I think I will share these little striped things that somebody created. They're really good at helping create this visual flares for the empty spaces, so I'll share those codes. Thank you, Greg. So this is how it looks in game, and you can see some of the decals don't really show up very well, and my suggestion is that you can try to make them a little bigger than what I did, but I like the little subdued visual of how they look right now. Just a little bit of flair, not too much. You can see the red definitely really well, and the white in the front in contrast with the blue definitely looks really good. And this is how it looks in the garage. I don't think I have ray tracing turned on right now, but it still looks pretty good. The metallic look looks really good. I think the reflectiveness and the luster really brings out the details on the AC. And that's it. That's my color scheme. I hope you like it. I'll see you next time.